Let's talk about grace. Grace, simply put, is a free gift from God. It's something you can't buy. It's something you can't earn. It's a gift. Oh yeah, that's just how good God is. He gives things freely, abundantly, and honestly, in crazy amounts. You know what grace is to me? Grace is being given something that I'll never deserve or earn. My freedom in Christ, for example. I have been given freedom in Christ, something I can never earn or deserve. And I've just been handed it freely by the grace of God. See, mercy and grace, they go hand in hand, but they're a little different. Mercy is not giving you something you do deserve. Grace, however, is giving you freely something that you'll never deserve. I love grace. Truth be told, before I knew Jesus, and I was just a wretch, a dirty sinner, bound and set up for hell. And there was no getting out of it. Things are different now. I'm no longer just a sinner. Now, see, I've been bought and born again. Grace is so big and so good that not only did God take me where I was and wash me clean, He saved me completely. So that anything I do from here on out, that's bought and paid for too. I get it. You're probably saying, what's the catch? There's not a catch. God doesn't look at things like we do. We look at things from a very worldly point of view. From the perspective of, what am I going to gain out of this? God looked at us and didn't say, what am I going to gain out of this? Because guess what? He can't gain anything from us. He gained nothing when He chose me. God looked at us. He said something completely different. God looked at us and He said, what can I give? You see how that's changed our relationship with Him? See, we don't give like God does. We take. And honestly, that's not a bad thing, put in the right perspective. And we're going to talk about that and what grace really means and how to be sufficient and full in Him. In our whole life, we're like this. Gathering as much as we can, taking as much as we can, seizing as much as we can for us. God doesn't do that. God does this. It pushes all of Him out and gives all of Him. So when the time came for the world to be saved, and something had to be done, and a price had to be paid, there was no other choice. but for him to give himself. And that's why he sent Jesus. So who is Jesus? I'm glad you asked, because now that brings us back full circle to what this whole thing's been about. Yeah, it's grace. Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, is the very manifestation of grace. See, God looked at the world and he didn't hate it. He looked at the world and he craved a relationship with it, because that's why he made us. It's all about our relationship with him. And God knew the only way to save us from ourselves in our sin was to send Jesus Christ. So his grace was to give all of himself, not a portion, not a smaller part, not a miniature God. He sent every ounce of heaven to earth in the form of a baby. His name was Jesus. So Jesus is the embodiment of our salvation. He's the embodiment of that which we don't deserve and never can earn. Jesus is the very body of grace. And Jesus wants to save you. And now we're getting to my favorite part of grace. Grace is not a one-time thing. Grace is a constant always, because it's a very characteristic of God's traits, his own character. So I challenge you today to go chase grace. Chase that which is given that we'll never deserve. I love you. God bless you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.